part 4B. Right, I have primed. I have put a coat of primer on these two guys, and I've still got a little bit more work to do to make myself happy. I could probably carry on as they are, but I'm not totally happy with the seam across the back there. Might just try filing that down a little bit more, maybe putting some filler in again on that. I'm happy with the removal of the seams. That's gone pretty well overall, I think. And you can see that there are little areas where my primer hasn't quite got, so no harm in it getting another coat of primer, but there are some very awkward locations on these guys to get primer from oh hello, I see a seam just in his inner leg. Yeah, to get primer from a rattle can. Black paint would do quite well, yeah, just to fill in those areas as needed. But for this exercise, it's going all right. I think it's mostly all right. Same here, some areas where the primer hasn't got properly. It's hard to see when you're trying to do it outside. I should probably put my glasses on to have done it as well. Oh yeah, there's the area. Excuse me, still. On the neck there is looking cleaner. Not quite as lovely as that side. It's not got that big hole and gap. Again, I might do just a little bit of tidying up on that back seam, but if you remember, this particular figure had loincloth in 2 halves. I didn't do any cleaning after it was painted, after it was filled, so now I can now I can see it in this primed light, as it were. I can add some look at the reflection of my finger. Looks like there's no primer, but it's actually just reflection of my finger from the light. Take it away. Wow. And that is actually an interesting part of how you paint figures as well, is reflected light. But that's another story. Shut up, Robert. What I was going to say as well, I meant to say in the last video, is when you use primer, or when I use primer, if it says shake can for 2 minutes, I'll shake the can for 3 minutes. And what I tend to do this time of year as well is stick the can in some hotter water for 5 minutes after shaking it, and then, just because it's quite chilly around these here parts still, and then I'll take it out after 5 minutes and give it another shake, because you're after, yeah, this is as critical as any stage to get a good base coat or a good primer coat on, and that's coming lovely and smooth. Should take the paint well. Don't use old, or actually that's a good point. You can see that my choice of these cork things, these work really well for certain things, but the blue tack is a little bit less tacky than it has been historically, because I'll keep reusing bits and bobs to mask and things like that, and it's just picked up some of the because this is dry, it hasn't stuck very well. So just a little, I'm going to say, kind of a tip thing. If you've got some milliput and you roll it out, you can stick it on top of these, and in this particular case you can stick wire in it, but because that would be smooth, it would take blue tack better than what this does. So I need to remedy that, because last thing you want when you're painting is for your model to keep falling off the base you're holding it, and I will try to remedy that beforehand. So I don't think I'll come back with the work I do after this, because that'll just be a tedious another video. So if you've got this far, I'm planning to do a little short video just on types of paint available, and then just do a sample of mixing, not putting the paint on anything, but a sample of mixing your own flesh colour, just so you can decide what to do for the next session. Okay, thank you very much. Take care everyone, and see you back.